This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the CEO of Standard Uranium, Mr. John Bay. John, it's great to have you on. How are you today, sir?
I am doing well. Great talking to you as well, Gerardo.
Well, let's get right into it. I'm always, pretty straightforward and obviously wrote a check for Standard. We'll be happy to write future checks and add to my position, especially at current levels, given the pullback in the stock, right? The last week
hmm
has been really interesting for me as a shareholder and exciting as well because you now have multiple projects in regions that are seeing takeout offers and discoveries being made. And I think that's likely an indicator of a resurgence of M&A activity in the second half of the year, along with discovery drilling that actually starts leading to new discoveries in new areas and areas that have been very overlooked, which of course is kind of like the standard MO, right? Take belts and take regions with structures that are favorable. I haven't seen a lot of modern
hmm
exploration consolidate them, joint venture some out, keep some, and go make a discovery. So with all that being said, I want to get into all of that. I want to start with the macro though. I want to get your take. You have your finger on the pulse, and I want to hear what you're hearing in regards to the fission offer and what that means for
hmm
Standard, and then definitely got to talk discovery near Sundog.
Yeah, so lots to unpack there. Yeah, we'll talk about fission, we'll talk about Sundog, we'll talk about the macro story, and I think most investors who are following the uranium space right now are in a little bit of a it's a downturn. Obviously, there's been a pullback. I mean, this time last year, you go back in time 12 months, the uranium spot price was less than $50, and then over that late summer to the fall into the early winter, we went from 50 to 106. And then from January to now, it's dropped from 106 down to 83. And the last several months have been kind of depressing for a lot of uranium shareholders that they're watching majority of their positions really trickle down on a almost, if not a daily, at least a weekly basis, just slowly pulling back and pulling back. Except for the major players, the major producers, they're sort of holding and doing all right. So we are junior exploration, as you know, as a shareholder, and like many of our peers, we've sort of seen this trickle down. And it's frustrating, but as we shifted about a year ago to this project generator model, it's put us in a unique position where we don't have to go out and raise capital as prices are declining. So we've got cash flow coming in from our JV partners, and we've got 2 drill programs already completed. We're about to start our 3rd drill program, which are fully funded. And we had a financing offering out there about a month or 2 months ago, and we pulled it because we just didn't want to dilute at these share prices. So we got cash coming in. We're in good position, and we'll look to go back to the market. Probably not until the market really gets going again in the mid fall, which we anticipate it will once again. So look, that's a lot of info at first. So right back to you again. Let's get into what's going on with Fission and Paladin offer this week. First of all, let me ask you, what did you think of it when you first saw that? Then I'll give you my thoughts.
Listen, a fission is a core position in the paid services portfolio, long time position. It's one of those positions where, when you get an asset that has that kind of scale and that kind of grade, you write out the volatility and you let the market take its course. And, that means you withstand a lot of volatility. We've seen the share price be very, very low at one point and finally pick up some steam. Now, as it relates to this specific offer, I can tell you as a long time follower of fission, I think there is more to unpack. I think there is a very decent chance of a competing offer, an offer that
hmm
maybe is more competitive. And look, overall, I think it's great for the sector. I think it's great to see a major like Paladin come in and give the project that type of endorsement and really start looking towards the future. I think we're going to see a lot of that in the uranium space. I think we're going to see a lot of that in the copper space. And frankly, it's a market that we've all been waiting years for. I think it's finally here, and I couldn't be more excited about the second half of the year.
Yeah, exactly. So let me give your listeners a bit of an insight here. If you look at a map and you see where that Fission Triple R project is, our project, our Davidson River, is basically right beside it. Like we basically butt up against it. And we know that project about as good as anyone because we've been there 7 years. We work, side by side with the Fission team in the Big Bear camp, which is the exploration camp where we all stay at, share the dining hall and the cabins and all the exploration area around there. So we've gotten to know Ross and his team at Fission extremely well. We know the project, we know the rocks, we know the potential of what's there. And for us, it's really exciting to see another company come in and, put a valuation, which is, 25 or 30% higher on it to sort of make a, first push and sort of see if they're willing to make that move. Now, it's been really interesting for us to see, what's transpired over the last week, the amount of commentary happening on the billboards, the amount of people talking about it, investors and corporate executives who are talking behind the scenes about this as well. Like you said, I think it's an exciting opportunity. So does this current offer go through? It might. Will there be competing offers? There might be. Will there be some players come into this space that have never been in this space before? I saw rumors about that. That would be pretty interesting. Some major, energy companies coming into the space. That would really shake things up. But not only have we got, the Fission offer, we've got NextGen right next door, who's getting more, agreements from the Canadian government, giving them, hopefully their final permits to begin construction this summer. So all that stuff taking place is super exciting in the southwest corner. And like you said, look, we're in the doldrums of the summer, end of June, going into July, August. It's usually a really slow time until things really take off again in the fall. And I think this is a perfect time to have this M&A discussions happening to give, people the opportunity to really digest what's going on here and for more offers to come in before things really kick off in the fall. So it's exciting. I'm really happy to see this happen and to see that offer come across the table, because that's also, people are talking to us now behind the scenes about our Davidson River project and how do we fit into this whole equation with somebody be coming at us and making an offer on us. So watch as that plays out over the next few months as well.
Well, let's talk about the second half of this year. It's a catalyst-rich one. It's the one that I, wrote a check for, and the reason why I haven't sold a share, and I've encouraged, those that didn't have a position. I've had several subscribers and colleagues reach out asking me about Standard, and I think with the current market cap, it's a gimme, right? If you're liquid enough to be patient and just wait for the market to catch up and re-rate, and look, if we're lucky enough to have a discovery, then the market takes care of itself. But with that being said, the exploration work that's being done and the quality with which it's being done and the team that you've amassed, should be enough to take the market cap at several multiples of where it is today. So tell me about the second half of the year and kind of set the table for us.
Yeah, for sure. So I fully agree with the statement you just made about where our market cap is today and where we believe we should be and where we're headed based on potential future discovery and M&A kind of opportunities. If you look on the some of our the SETI filings, you'll see myself bought shares yesterday. We've got our CFO and some of our other team are buying shares at these valuations because we believe this is an incredible time to be doubling down and getting positioned better in this company. Where are we headed? I mean, look, we've got our exploration drilling program at our Sundog project near Uranium City kicking off in a few weeks. Myself, Sean Hilliker, some of our exploration project geologists, we're all heading up there on about July 8th to 9th to get things going. Our partners, Arrow Energy and Fortune Bay, are currently in the middle of a drill program. They just completed, they're in the middle of their second hole, and they put out news on that yesterday announcing a nice discovery. So look, they had 33,000 CPS over a very short period, but those are exciting numbers on an early exploration hole. So watch for those guys to continue to follow up on that drill program, putting multiple holes in that same structure. Look, the three companies spent the last few months doing geophysics, really helping to identify our drill targets. And it's exciting for us to be getting our first real summer drill program started in mid-July. So we're going to be following up on what they've done. Look, it's all the same geologists, the same drillers. We're all up there all ready to go. So our exploration program is going to run from probably mid-July to probably mid to end of August. And there's going to be a lot of exciting news coming for Standard. So that is something to really keep an eye on.
Looking forward to the news flow, looking forward to seeing the tiny sub $5 million market cap re-rate. And looking forward to having you back on hopefully soon, John. Thanks so much for your time. Anything to add to that?
Yeah, always great talking to you, Gerardo. Love working with you and your shareholders and your followers. For us, look, just keep following the news flow, watch what our insiders are doing, keep an eye on our exploration work, and follow us. Love to see you get some more shareholders come along our way as well. And
Appreciate
always happy to talk to you anytime.
Thank you, sir. Look forward to the next one. Cheers.
All right. Take care, man. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, Gerardo Del Real here. If you're enjoying the content that you just saw, you can let us know in 3 simple steps. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and please share across your network and on social media. Take care, everybody.